Hello everyone, welcome to my online high school. In this video, we will discuss about standard units and writing units. Standard units. Many years ago, humans used different parts of the body to measure length. The handspan, the cubit, the foot were some of the widely used measures of length. These measures of length are still used to make rough measurements. So here in this paragraph, here it has been discussed that a long time back, in many years ago, humans used different parts of the body, as that time tools were not discovered. So different parts of the body was widely used to measure length. What were those different parts of the body? One was handspan, one was cubit, another commonly used was foot. These were used for rough measurements. The handspan is the measure of the distance between the tip of the thumb and the tip of the little finger of a fully stretched hand. So what is a handspan? You can say it is the measure of the distance between the tip of the thumb to the tip of the little finger. So this is the little finger, this is the thumb. So entirely this entire distance, this is a fully stretched hand. So from the tip of the thumb to the tip of the little finger. So this entire stretch, you can say this is a handspan. Then next is cubit. The cubit is the measure of the distance between the elbow and the tip of the middle finger of a fully stretched hand. What is cubit? It is this is a fully stretched hand. So from the elbow, you can consider till the middle finger. So this measurement is called cubit. Next is foot. A foot is the measure of the distance between the end of the heel and the big toe. Foot is used for rough measurement as well. So that is mainly from the tip of the heel to the tip of the big toe. So that entire stretch is called foot. We will move on to the next para now. If two people take the same measurement, the value obtained by using a ruler will be similar, but the values obtained using handspans will differ. This is because the length of the foot or hand differs from person to person. So, generally, suppose if different people are using a scale, so then the measurement will be fixed, because scale is a tool that is used for fixed standard measurement for length. Whereas if two people are using handspan or cubit, or two people have different body parts, their sizes are different, so naturally the measurement will also vary, right? So that is why we often say using body parts is mainly for rough measurement. So we cannot rely much on this type of method, because that will create much more confusion if we are using handspan or cubit or foot. So that is why using standard tools which is used for measurement of length is much more recommended. For accurate measurements, a standard representation of every physical quantity is needed. This standard representation is called a standard unit. So every physical quantity like length, weight, time should have accurate measurements for by using a standard representation. So this standard representation is called a standard unit. The measurements taken using a ruler were similar because the centimeter is a standard unit for measurement of length. So we know a centimeter scale. So here centimeter is a standard unit used for measurement of length. So that is why if we use a scale, it won't create much confusion and everybody can easily rely on it. A standard unit is a standard measure that remains the same whenever, wherever, and by whoever it is used. So standard unit is what? It is like a standard measure that is used for physical quantities. Physical quantities like length, weight, time. So for these standard measurements, it is used, and it can be used whenever, whichever time you want to use, whenever you are using, wherever you are using, and by whoever when it is used. So with a standard unit, it is possible to measure quantities accurately. 6 meter of cloth For measuring a piece of cloth which is 6 meters long, if we use this kind of measuring tape which is flexible, then accurate measurement can be done. And also, or if we are using a weighing scale to measure the 3 kgs of potato, that is for measurement of weight, so in short we can remember quantity, SI unit, and this is the symbol. Okay, so if this is a quantity, SI unit and symbol, quantity if length for example, then weight, right? For time, say for length, SI unit is meter, right? Symbol is M. For weight, SI unit is kilogram, symbol is kg. For time, SI unit is second, symbol is S in short. With a standard unit, it is possible to measure quantities accurately, like 6 meter of cloth, 3 kgs of potato, or 1 liter of petrol. Understanding the meaning of a measured quantity, a 2-meter high wall, a concrete block of mass 300 kilogram, or a sprinter finishing a race in 9.8 seconds. So, a 2-meter high wall, what are we understanding? Suppose we say a 2-meter high wall means what is the height of the wall, that is 2 meter. Here meter is the physical quantity, that is the length. 2 meter is the number, what is the height of the wall. For a long time, different countries devised and used their own systems of units. Thus, a person's weight would be reported as 72 kg in France, but 158.4 lb pounds in England. To avoid this confusion, the General Conference of Weights and Measures recommended that a common system called the International System of Units, or SI system, should be used all over the world. According to the SI system, length is measured in meters, mass in kilograms, and temperature in kelvins, and time in seconds. So in this para, we are understanding that for a long time, different countries, they were using their own systems of unit, and that was creating a lot of confusion as it was becoming a bit difficult for other countries to understand. Thus, a person's weight would be reported as 72 kg in France, but in England they are using 158.4 lb. Different countries were using different units for measurement. Now this was creating a lot of confusion. To avoid this, the General Conference of Weights and Measures recommended that a common system called International System of Units, that is the SI units in short. Very, very important question. So International System of Units, or the SI system, should be used all over the world globally. According to the SI system, length is measured in meters. Now there will be no confusion. Like mass will be measured in kilograms. So length will be measured in meters and mass will be measured in kilograms. So in France one won't say it is kg, and in England one will not say it is lb. So that confusion went out, right? Temperature in kelvins and time in seconds. So what is, so from here we can understand the SI unit of temperature is kelvins, and for time the SI unit is seconds. The standard units and the symbols are given, like just now we discussed this kind of chart where SI unit is meter for length, physical quantity where it is length, symbol we will write in short M. For if the physical quantity is weight, then the SI unit is kilogram. If the symbol will be kg. For quantity, physical quantity time, the SI unit will be second, and the symbol we will write as S. This system is now used for scientific work all over the world, but for everyday measurements, different units and systems are still used. For example, the degree Celsius is commonly used, although the standard unit for measuring temperature is the Kelvin. Though, for example, for like measuring temperature, still nowadays we know, right? We often use degree Celsius for measurement of temperature, but still the SI unit will remain as Kelvin. Writing units. So this is what we discussed about the standard units. That means for the physical quantities globally, what should be the standard units and their symbols. Everything we discussed. Now we are discussing about the writing units. So for writing units, as we just now discussed the SI units for the physical quantities, so we have to understand how do we write them. So for example, for length, physical quantity that is length, the SI unit is meter, symbol is M. The writing unit will be, for example, 10 meter. Means here is the unit and here is the number. 10 is the number, that is the digit, and M is the symbol that we will be using. For example, again for weight, we can say 38.2 kilogram. That is, this is the number 38.2, and kg is the symbol and that is the kilogram, that is the SI unit of the physical quantity of weight. Next, for making large measurements, multiples of standard units are used. A kilometer is an example. For small measurements, some multiples of standard units are used, centimeter, milligram, and so on. So, measurements can be of two types, like we can say. One is the for small measurements and one is for large measurements. So, for large measurements, multiples for standard units like kilometer, kilogram, these can be used. For small measurements, sub multiples of standard units like centimeter, then decimeter, milligram, for small measurement units are used. Whereas for small measurements, sub multiples of standard units are used, that we can discuss is centimeter, 5 centimeter, 2 milligram. These are the following rules are followed in writing the symbols of units. Symbols for units of quantities are written with small letters, for example, M, kg, or S. Symbols for units derived from the names of scientists are written in capital letters, example, degree Celsius or K. Next point, the following rules are followed in writing the symbols of units. So let's quickly discuss what are the symbols for unit derived from the names of scientists are written in capital letters. Example, degree Celsius or Kelvin. Okay, so degree Celsius is a measurement for temperature. We write it like this: we write it like degree, then Celsius, or we can use Kelvin, capital K. Okay. However, when these units are spelled out, they are written in small letters. For example, Kelvin and Newton, the unit of force. So, Newton is a unit of force, but while we are writing the entire Kelvin, Kelvin, that is written in small. Symbols are not followed by a full stop. For example, we write kg and not kg dot. Means after, suppose we are writing this milligram, okay, so after milligram we don't put a full stop, it is like without full stop, only kg as in, right? Okay, um, kg like this, we will not put full stop. Okay, we will not put a full stop, that is wrong. Full form is a kilogram. We know short may we are writing kg second, we will not put full stop, just K and G. Symbols are not used in the plural. However, when units are spelled out, plurals are used. For example, we write 100 centimeter but 100 centimeters. Like one thing I want to explain. Suppose, for example, for 5 centimeter I have written, right? So here, see, have I written plural like 5 centimeter? I have written like this. No S. I have not added any S. In milligram, I did not add any S. In meter, see, 10 meter I have written. Okay. But when I'm writing the full form, that is of centimeter, we will write 5 centimeters.